Hello, everybody. Rich Fournier here from the Fournier Real Estate team here in Simcoe County. My office, of course, is located in the center of Barrie. Makes it easier for us to work in the surrounding marketplace, all the way up to Wasaga Beach, Midland, Aurelia, down south into Essa, Angus, Springwater, Ormondante, Barrie, and, of course, Innisfil. We're here to help in any way we possibly can. Today, I've decided to report to you mid-month June statistics because I believe it is so important today for you to understand what's happening in the marketplace. Never mind what's being reported on CBC, City TV. Doesn't really matter. What we're seeing on the ground is way more important, and the data that we're seeing is not supporting the narrative that we're seeing in the marketplace. That may turn out to be something different over the next 6 months. We don't know. But what we do know today is what's happening in the current marketplace. So I thought it was really, really important that we share the data with you so that you can have a better understanding and a perspective about what is actually happening in the real estate market, so you can make a better decision for yourself and for your family. And hopefully during that process, you'll reach out to us and we can serve you going forward. So let me share my screen. This will give you some insight into what's happening, mid-month statistics from the Barrie Real Estate Board. So let's take a look here. We won't get into their actual wording, what they said. Let's just look at the numbers, because that is the most important thing today. So from June 1st to June 7th, we can see that new listings in the first week, so the first week of June this year, new listings were down 22% over last year at the same time. So this year we had 211 new listings hit the market on the Barrie Real Estate Board for Simcoe County. Last year, we had 272 listings. So what does that mean? We have, let's interpret that. We have less inventory. We still have plenty of demand. What happens, right? Well, pricing, the average sales price increased by 12% relative to 2019 in the same period. Total sales were actually up 20% from last year at the same time. There were 150 sales the first week of June versus 125 sales in 2019. From June 8th to June 15th, you're going to see an 8% decrease in new listings, okay? So this year we had 276 new listings. Last year we had 301. Total sales were up by 55% relative from last year. So 172 deals were done in that second week. And last year there was 111. That's a big difference. So overall, for the first 2 weeks, June 1st to June 15th, we see a 15% total decrease in listings. Last year, we had 573 new listings in the first 2 weeks. This year, we had 487. Total sales for those first 2 weeks, 36% increase in sales from last year. 322 deals were done versus 236 last year. So let's talk about these numbers. So the argument could be made, okay? The argument could be made that the deals that were not done, in late March, in April and May, they were put on hold and pulled and held back, and now they're being done now, which is causing the increase in volume. That's a case, right? That's 100% possible. Is it probable? I think it is. I mean, I think those sales that would have been done at that time have just been pulled into June. And so when we start flashing those numbers and say, wow, these are amazing numbers, look how strong our real estate market is, I think it's probably the same as it was last year. I think it was just delayed in terms of purchase. And now since we have less inventory, you can't help but have an increase in terms of average resale price. The market so the strong points of what I'm seeing today is the fear in the market has dissipated. People are out shopping, multiple offers all over the place, okay? Yes, I believe those sales were just delayed, and now they're happening in June. And we may see a small decrease in volume as we get into July and August, which is very typical for that time of the year. But that pent-up demand that was still there from late March, April, May just keep continuing on into the late summer months. We won't know till that happens. The good news is that there's still liquidity in the marketplace. Currently today, if you're thinking of selling, and from what I'm seeing and hearing from all other real estate agents from across Ontario, even into the United States, where we interview a lot of agents, it's a seller's market in many, many places. Here in Barrie, in Simcoe County, it's an absolute seller's market. Specifically under that 700,000, 750 number, it's a very, 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 very strong market. CMHC's reported, of course, that they're forecasting anywhere from a 9 to 18% decrease in home prices on average across the nation. It's a big drop. We'll see what happens. They have the data. I don't have that kind of data or that forecasting ability, but what I do know is that the market is showing resilience, and it's showing a lot of liquidity today, and we don't see any less interest in real estate than we saw in January, February of this year. So that's the good news. So if you are thinking of selling, I think it's important that you get all the facts about the particular neighborhood, street, and area that you're in, because this is a general synopsis of what's happening in Simcoe County. If you're thinking of buying, reach out to us, and we're going to give you the real data, the real input about what is happening. And each and every single property that you want to look at, we will do the research for you to make sure that you're making a decision based on facts, not wishes, hopes, and dreams. So thanks again for paying attention to this video. Do me a favor, hit subscribe, hit like, so you can be notified every time we, of course, send out a new video. Thanks again. We're always here to help. Rich Fournier from the Fournier Real Estate Team, located out of Barrie. Thanks again. Have yourself a great day.